it's time to spread a little love, say hello, good morning. Get your handshakes, your high fives, your hugs, whatever you prefer. Called a love train, a love train. Thank you. We're going to open with our congregational song, Spirit is in. Oh, and we've got, sorry. We've got the words up there. Are you ready? You ready, Jim? You ready? Oh. I was looking for something. Go ahead. 2, 3, 4. We have come together as family. Yeah, we have come here as we are. And we have come with arms wide open. Yeah, we have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this place. Raise a roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. And we sing in celebration. Yeah, we sing with words of prayer. Namaste, amen. And we affirm our life as sacred. Yeah, we declare the peace is here, right now. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this place. Raise a roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Come as you are.
It's an honor for me to be a practitioner here at a Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living. Janice, would you please bring the candle to the altar? This light radiates from the sanctuary throughout our community and beyond. Could you just please join me in our affirmation? We rise together as love in commitment to one another and ourselves. We rise together with intention to learn about ourselves and each other. We rise together. Recognizing God as our absolute source of all that is, none can be apart from God as we follow our soul's journey of self-discovery, expressing our individualized uniqueness of who we came to be. I bless this service and Reverend Carol's inspiring words coming forth through her as an individualized expression of God. Please join me in saying, and so it is.
Good morning. My name is Chris Schreiber. I'm a contributing community member here at Pacific Coast Centers for Spiritual Living, and thank you for joining us here today, online and here in this expanding wholeness that is our community. We're so glad you're here with us. All of you are here with us. And as any good host would do to welcome you into a space, to welcome your full presence here today, we use stacked parking out in the parking lot, so if you happen to park behind someone, we have a new thing that we're doing where we're asking you to put a little piece of paper that we have for you on your dashboard that says who you are. So if you parked behind someone in the future, just put that little card on your dashboard, so if someone wants to leave that is parked in front of you, we have a way to contact you. In addition, did anybody bring a cell phone today to service? If you did, we ask that you silence it so that you can be fully present here with us today, and we thank you for that. We are here collectively revealing that love is the nature of who we already are. How do we do that? Well, you're going to get about 10 times that today in terms of understanding. One of the ways that we do that, from my perspective, is that we do what I'm doing here today. I'm a contributing community member. So I participate with a team of people, a team of hosts, who love and support each other. And yes, it is a spiritual practice, being part of the host team. And one of the ways that we practice that is that I was unable to do my host duty for several months. And my host team stood in there for me and covered all of my slots while I was out. That's just one of the many ways that there's a give and receiving opportunity to participate as part of a contributing team member. In addition, we have a lot of guides that support us on our Sunday service. And let me introduce you to several of those guides here today. We have our speaker, Reverend Carol Lotz. She is wise and deep. Stay tuned. We have our music team. We have Melissa, Des, Jim. We have our production team, John and Matt. Thank you. We have our production coordinator, Carol Ann Perini. On platform today, you've already met the wonderful Sylvia Hungerford. And the other practitioners we have supporting us today, you saw Janice Guevara, which you will see a little bit later today. Thank you, Janice. And we had in pre-service meditation, we have Mary Birch. Thank you, Mary. For youth and family, we have our youth director, Wendy Arcala. You'll get to see her and the kids a little bit later. Thank you for that. And we have leadership that you're going to get to hear from in just a minute. Debbie Ann Vokes is representing our leadership council today. And our welcome team, Diane, Lorraine, and Carrie. Thank you for the work that you do welcoming. There were a lot of welcomes coming in. Did you get welcomed on your way in? It's very, very welcoming. Thank you for that. And now I will welcome up Debbie Ann Vokes.
Thank you, Chris. All righty. My name is Debbie Ann, as Chris just said, and I'm just part of our amazing leadership team here supporting you as our community. First thing we're going to do today is we're going to read our collaboration vision. And this vision tells you, what are we doing here? What do we see for this beloved community? So I'd like you to read this along with me. Through mindful and respectful exploration, we are creating a healthier foundation that supports and engages a whole beloved community equipped to launch new strategies for a thriving spiritual center. Love that. Thank you for participating. And we have a few announcements. First up, each month, we are diving deeper into the 15 commitments to conscious leadership, and we're all leaders in our own lives, so that speaks to each one of us. On June 2nd, we have Gossip, presented by Valerie Day and Max Rush, and Integrity, which is going to be presented by Wenda Arcala and Diane Ronner. So that's directly after service. There is no fee for this. You just stay after service and experience this amazing workshop. Coming up, Danny Michaels. He's coming back on Saturday, May 25th from 1 to 4 p.m. Danny is an angel medium. He was here, I believe, in January. Tickets are already on sale. I attended this workshop, and it was amazing. Now, I do have an update on this. Danny has already sold all of his private readings while he's here for us that weekend. However, he has rearranged the workshop so that if you show up at the workshop, you can also have a private reading as part of that. So he's accommodating us in that way. So it's here at Pacific Coast Center. It's a 3-hour workshop, so come and join us for that, because it's kind of an amazing experience. All right, I'm very excited about this next announcement. I had the privilege of pre-screening this documentary that's called True Believer. Kristen Irvin made this film after having a crisis of faith and leaving her evangelical Christian faith. She dived deep into her deconstruction of that faith and looked at its origins. Join us, Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living, on June 15th at 4 p.m. for her deeply moving story with a panel discussion afterwards with the director and the producers. So the tickets do go on sale this week. This story is truly, it's an inspiring and disturbing story. It really is. It's very moving. And we are privileged to be doing this pre-screening. They're hoping, the director and the producers are pretty sure, well, we're going to say it's already done. It's going to be screened on either Netflix or Prime, and we are the only, or one of the only spiritual communities that are being able to pre-screen this. So we've invited other ministers from interfaith communities to be here that day and their communities. So as soon as the tickets go on sale this week, May 26th, it was definitely worth a ticket, not only to view it, but to have that deep discussion afterwards. Yeah, and guess what? Because we pre-screened it, we are going to be listed in the credits at the end of the documentary. So, yeah. Very excited about that. The next big announcement, beginning June 23rd, Circle Sundays. So in the space of our normal Sunday service, we're going to go deeper. It's going to be the fourth Sunday of each month. It's going to be a completely different format of the service. The gathering is going to be with circles of chairs for a more intimate engagement on a spiritual concept that will be chosen by Reverend Bobby. And on June 23rd, the topic is affirmative prayer. So we have, Matt has a brief video that he's going to play for us to better describe this experience. Go ahead, Matt.
Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Bobby Becker, the spiritual director here at Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living. Our vision, since we came together as two communities to one, is through mindful and respectful exploration. We are creating a healthier foundation that supports and engages a whole beloved community, equipped to launch new strategies for a thriving spiritual center. To support this vision of a sustainable center, we are exploring how we can show up and provide opportunities for spiritual growth. I'm excited to introduce a new offering that will happen on the fourth Sunday of every month instead of a traditional service format. Beginning June 23rd, we will launch Circle Sunday. It is a format of a workshop that will be in place of the traditional service. We will invite you to go deeper with a spiritual principle or practice or both. And when you walk in the space that day, you will notice immediately that something is different. The room will be set up to experience smaller groups in discussion. This offering may be a possible preview of a class that will be offered the month following. We look forward to seeing you for this special regular offering to go deeper. Many blessings. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Looking forward to that. Okay, and my thank yous. These are on behalf of the leadership team. First of all, I just want to acknowledge our wonderful bongo player, Jim. Jim. This is a big thank you to Jim. He has been with this music team for an extended period of time, and we are just absolutely grateful for the talents and the gift that Jim brought every Sunday, and we'll definitely miss him. But I know that I just know that things come cyclical, and I'm sure that we will experience Jim again at some time in the future. So a big thank you for Jim and his contribution. Yes. Jim deserves all the accolades. Thank you, Jim. I also want to thank, we had a new member orientation this past Tuesday in the sanctuary, and it was awesome. I just have to say, the participation and the conversation, and we have 9 new members joining our community. And there's more to follow on that and to honor these new members coming soon. I also want to say a big thank you to Berta. I don't know if you noticed when you came in, but Berta is sitting with Pam in the back. She's standing right now. And Berta is our admin assistant person, and she's agreed to come a couple Sundays and share in the experience and meet everybody. So if you didn't meet her on the way in, you'll definitely see her after service. So thank you, Berta, for everything you do. And last but not least, you heard we have Reverend Carol here today. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Reverend Carol has set up a table in the entrance of the sanctuary, and she has brought us some special gifts. And I want to share a brief message about them and the availability. So the hearts are handmade. They're stitched by Reverend Carol with love, and they're prayer hearts. And they're meant to be held while praying. The crystal beads are infused with love and blessings. They come with a card explaining the meaning of our Science of Mind symbol. And there's a book, My Friend Ernest. It's a children's book that's also there. There's healing CDs, which are brand new. And a few of the songs are used at bedsides to help patients connect to healing. And there's also a few CDs that are recorded on and available on USB sticks. So these are a few offerings straight from Reverend Carol's beautiful heart and consciousness. And after service, she will be in the back to help facilitate the purchasing of these items. So thank you, Reverend Carol. Thank you.
I invite you to take a deep breath and allow this song to center you. Right here, right now, with every breath I take, I'm letting go, gonna let it fade away. Right here, right now, I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart. Right now, right here, right now, with every breath I take, I'm letting go, gonna let it fade away. Right here, right now, I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart, and how my mind can turn and twist and spin, just begging for some peace. That's how I know it's time to go within, be still and just breathe. Right here, right now, with every breath I take, I'm letting go, gonna let it fade away. Right here, right now, I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart, and with each breath I'll go deeper in this space and ground myself from the peace within this place. I can feel the love is flowing all around me. Right here, right now, I can feel the love is flowing all around me. Right here, right now.
In a deep breath as we take in that beautiful, beautiful voice and song. I want to begin with thanking each one of you. When I shared last time, you helped me when I had difficulty with my speech due to having seizures years ago. This week's theme is the steps we take. The path of self-discovery brings us closer to our own authentic expression, moving from good to grand, great to grand. From President Barack Obama, if you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. I'll share with you my path of self-discovery. To begin with, I came unexpectedly. Matt, slide one. I was a precocious toddler, curious about everything. Matt, slide two. When my family knew I was coming to visit, they said, "Sylvia's coming, put everything out of the way." In kindergarten, I received all unsatisfactories because I was curious. There was a sink with dishes, so I put water in the sink to wash dishes. When we sang, I tested my voice and sang loud. My teacher said I was disruptive. I've always been curious and a seeker. And when I want to rest on my laurels, life just knocks harder on my door. As a child, I went to church with both my grandmothers. Even then, I didn't believe in a punishing God. This was my first demonstration I had, was when the pastor asked if anyone wanted a healing. I had eczema, and on the inside of my elbow. I didn't want to go up. I just knew I was healed, and it never came back. As a preteen, teen, and young adult, I went to different churches to find the one that best fit my belief in God. I was also practicing the signs of my principles before I knew what they were. We were living in a Section 8 community when our rent went up to the maximum level. I called a friend who worked for a realty company and said, "It's up to you and God to get us a house. If we can pay $165 rent," now this was in the 70s, "we could buy a house and send me a realtor." We immediately found a house. It already had a bid on it. Then our retailer called us to meet her at her house because the loan had fallen through. We got our house. I read Daily Word daily, watched Terry Cole Whitaker on Sundays, not knowing she was a religious scientist. I created my first vision board using her directions. Among other items, I started with a dollar bill, $5, $10, up to $100 that I could afford to keep on my board, which began my path to abundance. Our house was paid off prior to the years expected. I was also extremely overweight. Slide 3. I reluctantly went to a 12-step program meeting of Overeaters Anonymous. I had planned to binge after the meeting, but I heard all my secrets. They knew how I ate. And members showed their photos. It was suggested that I get a sponsor and practice the principles of the program. It had to be God that led me there. I didn't hesitate to get a sponsor and call her the next day to begin my journey. By the way, I threw the food away that I had planned to binge on. It didn't come to me at once, but later I remembered my mother telling me that if a fat person wasn't at a normal weight by the time they're 25, they'd be fat for the rest of their lives. It must have remained in my consciousness. I was 25 years old at a normal weight. I came to another awareness. As I looked in the mirror, I said, "God, I called my own bluff. I had blamed everything in my life on being fat. Then I realized I had to change within." Even though my OA friends encouraged me to go to Reverend Peggy Bassett's church in Huntington Beach, I went to a Unity church where they shared the space with Whittier Science of Mind Church. Reverend Don McCart was a minister, and there were mostly old people. And I thought, why hadn't somebody told me about this? I was asked to perform a eulogy for a friend at the Huntington Beach church. Reverend Peggy Bassett officiated the service. I went back the next Sunday and sat in a row with my OA friends. I was hooked. I went for several years attending Science of Mind 101 and 102. I found the God principles I'd been looking for. I was home. Unfortunately, Reverend Peggy was diagnosed with ALS, and soon after, the church moved to the location where they are now. I went to several Science of Mind church locations until I came to Seal Beach with Reverend Josh, where I obtained my practitioner license. Throughout these years, I've experienced joys, opportunities, challenges, the transition of my son and husband, supported by the spiritual community and the spiritual principles I practice. I keep on keeping on practicing the Science of Mind principles on my path of self-discovery with the patience and support of my practitioner, Reverend Juanita and Bobby, and my spiritual community. For Ernest Holmes, as I go forth this day and embark on a wonderful experience of living, I'm on a journey of self-discovery and the discovery of the hidden self in everyone, in the power in the back of everything. 365 days of Science of Mind. Thank you.
change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, well, this wind's blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top in a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Na 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 na. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. Well, it's time I realize there are some with no home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone? A willow deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart in a washed out dream. Well, they follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his way, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Na 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 na.
Oh, wow. I wish I could talk before all this happens. Because I'm wiped out by all the love and talent and beauty before I have to get up here. Wow, Melissa, Des, oh my God. just lovely. Sylvia, who knew all of that. Oh my God, you're so precious, so special. What an inspiration. Can we clap for Sylvia, please? Wow. Wow, it's like perfectly and aligned with what I wanted to say today. It's like when you take a step, there's proof, right? Sylvia's the proof I'm talking about. She's the proof that love works. When you love yourself and you make a change, that's where the magic happens. So I kind of have Mother's Day still on my mind, so I'm going to start by telling you that I just went on a 16-day cruise to Hawaii with my mother. I know, I'm still in Mother's Day. And my mom's so cute. She's 87, and she said, honey, I want to go on one more cruise. And I said, okay, Mom. She said, we're going to go to Hawaii. I said, okay. That's great. She goes, I need you to go with me. Will you go with me? Of course I will, Mom. And then a week before we left, she's adorable. She said, honey, you don't want to get off the ship, do you? And I went, not if you don't want to, Mom. And she goes, the best days are when everybody's gone. So we had 16 days on the ship. We waved to Hawaii, didn't see any of it. But it was all about my mom. Love you, Mom. Oh, she's the cutest. Oh, yeah. The best days are when everybody's gone. Oh, so yeah, we had a great time. Lots of water, lots and lots and lots of water. And I kind of have a story I wanted to start with. It's very loving, and today I know without a doubt that the next step is about love. It's always the truth. And so I have a story that I'd like to share about a patient that I met who was going through some health challenges, and he loved to talk about his grandmother. And I asked him if I could share the story because it's so sweet. He would talk about his grandmother. Oh, I loved my grandmother. My grandma. And I said, what is your first memory with your grandmother? And he said, when I was little, he said, I remember running in the street. And he got kind of sad, and he said it was the day my dad left our family. He said, I ran after my dad, and I fell down on the pavement, and I was crying in the middle of the street. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then he said, and I remember being lifted up in the arms of my grandmother. And she picked me up off the street, and she brushed the pebbles that were stuck to my tears from the pavement. She kissed my nose and brought me in the house. I was like, oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Focus on love where it was not, right? Bring it in where it is not. It's very healing. So he said, my grandmother always showed up for me. She went to every recital, every soccer game, the hands-on grandma, that's amazing. And so he said, and she passed away, and I was devastated. And he said, I went to her memorial, of course, bashed with emotion. And someone I never met before walked up to me and said, she wasn't your real grandmother, right? And he said, excuse me? It was a lady who lived across the street. She saw him and decided that he could use a loving grandma on that day. How sweet, right? To have so much love inside. We can't give what we don't have. And so we can try and it falls flat. But if she didn't have all that love in her, I imagine she couldn't have so much to give to him. And who knows, that was probably her everywhere, not just with him. And I'm touched by that story because she chose him. She chose him. And whenever he thinks about the sadness of his dad, he is reminded of the love of this stranger. Powerful, right? So powerful. And that's the next step is love. But what I know, how do you get to be that loving? Ooh. You know, what is it? What is it? Is it up to other people to love us? It's like when I'm having a really good day, it's when I get lots of love from people. I think that kind of falls a little flat too, because as much as everyone has kindness and you know, much to give as far as compliments and appreciation and gratitude and joy, it's like sitting on that table, unless I agree and take it in, it's not going to be inside of me, it's going to be around me. So I tell my patients at the hospital all the time, and my chaplaincy work, say, see those pills over there? See them? That medication on your tray table? We know lots of things about that medication. We know what it's going to do, what it's not, whatever. Lots about that medication. What good is it going to do you on the table? It's when you take it in. It's when you swallow the pill. When was the last time you swallowed a pill of love and took it with you and didn't leave it on the street? This is what we need more of. We need to love ourselves, because you know what? I live and work at the bedside of the consequences and the regrets for not loving yourself. Because if people really truly love themselves as God loves them, I would be out of a job. I'm convinced. I sit at the bedside and I hear about all the things that they are loathing about themselves. And most of the time it's somebody else's voice that they carried forth about who they're not. And love. What is the next step to love? For you, by taking it into you. By not just what you do or where you are, but who you are. And, you know, a lot of times I love what's happening here with the faith crisis and all of that, because I witness faith crisis daily, at least 5 times a day. Because what the quality of love can do is, if we really, really knew that God was only love, it's people you got to watch. I always say this. Sorry, not sorry. God is only love. God is only love. And love doesn't come down to unlove and mess with people. No. People mess with people. And most of the time, the people that mess with other people are living in a stuckness of unlovability that feels much better outside where those pills are, and then going beyond that to the absence of love for people because they don't have it in themselves. So here is the next step. Whatever is unhealed in you, whether it's a thought or a story or a relationship or a finance challenge, wherever love is not, it is a major invitation to bring it in. And when thinking about difficult people, when thinking about victim places where we've been hurt by people, by things, by judgment, by whatever that is, I am so moved by the people who know who they are in the presence of those who do not know who they are. And so it is so powerful to be in the presence of that kind of love for yourself. Like, I know I'm okay. I work on myself. You know, we work on ourselves in Centers for Spiritual Living. A lot of people don't. They work on other people. They're real good at that. Really good at working on other people. Yeah, I know what you need to do. I can fix your life like that. And some faith traditions, I'm sorry, but not sorry. I'm at home with you, so I'm very comfortable. You're my people here. So a lot of faith tradition. Okay, let's just be honest. There are churches that actually hurt you and then tell you that they're the only ones who can help you. Can I get an amen? Amen. Thank you. And I'm at the bedside of them while they're confused and they're sick and they're hating themselves and they're feeling so separate from God that God is not a loving God to them. And so, the highest thoughts that we can ever have are the closest to God, are the highest thoughts. And I like to think of like butterflies or doves or nice birds, not mean birds, but nice birds that don't take little things with them, that just kind of fly, or the clouds or the sky, or whenever we think of something above us, it's a lift. And so making an association of loving ourselves by rising to a higher thought about who we are, or a higher experience, or a deeper practice. I've been working in my garden, and I'm very present with lots of love, and I'm looking at the dirt. I'm not very good at it. And I'm looking at the dirt, and it occurred to me that we're not supposed to stay in the dirt, we're supposed to use the dirt. Because it is so easy to just get into the mindset of, there's nothing going to grow here. I'm doing this work, and I don't see anything. You have to trust, right? Trust love to do its thing. It knows what to do without me. I mess it up by interfering with thinking it's not what it is. How many people mess us up by coming to us with who we're not? So this is an invitation to not only know who you are, but take some steps to fiercely love who you are. Because if you knew what the highest love thought of you, you could never, ever, ever be against yourself. Not the God that we were taught and conditioned and brainwashed. The real God, which is pure love. Pure love. What would that feel like? What would that sound like? What would that... Because, if we could be steeped in the faith that love is always what heals us, no matter what's going on in our life, our body, or our mind, love is always what heals us, even loving the challenge that we're going through, or loving our body more as it's healing through cancer. Whatever that is, that love is always the answer, and it's never the question. Thank you. And so, to bring it in somehow, because many people I find, and I'm sure I'm like it too, and I'm a little unconscious, which is a lot, is that we care more about what others think than how we feel. We have to care about how you feel. Because when you love yourself, you can go pick a little boy up off the street and become a grandma. When you love yourself, you are overflowing with so much to give. And when you have so much to give, you receive even more. Because giving is the pivot point. It's the pivot. If you are stuck somewhere, give somewhere and see what happens to your stuckness. It's a butterfly, and it transforms you. Not what it's pointing at, but where it is sent from. Because God is love. And God loves you. I don't care what your story is. It's not God's story. It's yours. And pretty sure it's somebody else's where it started, if it's not in service to your highest good. It's somebody else's story. And wouldn't it be cool to take a step today to heal that? Because I would wish I was unemployed. Because then I would know that people aren't hurting themselves because someone didn't love themselves enough to know to help you instead of hurt you. Be the grandma in your own story. Because I think, and I heard this, these aren't my words, but it resonated as powerfully true to me, that when that day comes for us, and we are going to transition out of here into much less judgmental world and much less angry world, the freedom that awaits all of us. And if we knew how beautiful it was, we'd look forward to it. People get mad at me when I say I'm looking forward to it, but I am. Anyway, what am I doing? But here's my point. On our way out of here, and I'm with people many times as this is happening. And what I understand is people die the way they live. And what if what we took with us was only what we gave? That's what goes with us. The highest part of us that was so filled with love that we moved people off the street because we had so much to give. Rumi says, now is where love breathes. So let's breathe now together in prayer. Oh, what a beautiful gift to be here in this space, in this place, with so much love and wisdom as you all. What a powerful blessing to receive the love of God as this here. And to have those steps light up before us, to know what to do, to know where to go, to what to do, to lean on each other, to pick each other up in moments of despair, to lead to greater life through love only. And so I just thank God for all of life and even through difficulty, because that is really where we learn the most. Through the face on the pavement in tears. That's where we discover who we are. And the self-discovery is divinely inspired because we're here to grow, we're here to learn, we're here to love. And so I give thanks for the lessons, I give thanks for the opportunities, I give thanks for just goodness in people, because so much of that is present too. Sometimes other voices are louder, but it does not diminish what is bursting forth as angels, as butterflies, as light, as power, as grace, as peace, as transformation to greater love. And as we take in this prayer so we can leave here transformed and lifted, that is the goal, for you to have a takeaway, for me to have a takeaway. And I did before I got up here through you. So blessed, so grateful, so powerfully moved by what is felt here. Thank you, God. And so I release this prayer into the majesty of the laws of God that work with or without us, so we might as well join in. And please, all of us together, just yell out, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. My love is with you always.
Thank you. That was awesome. There's so much out there waiting to learn. Yeah, this world's laid out for you. You packed your plans, your dreams. It's finally your turn, and you'll be fine. Just take your time. On your mark, get set. You're ready to go. You're gonna blow this world away. The secret to life, well, it's all in what you know. So don't you be scared. No, you're more than prepared for this life. It's all about love. It's time to figure out just what you're made of. Go with the flow, don't you question why. You see, day in, day out, things just change, but that's what life is all about. So take it in stride, 'cause I know you, yeah, I know you're gonna fly. Well, I have watched you grow into who you are, and I have learned a thing or two. You take each day for what it is, a brand new day. March to your own drum. I can't wait to see what becomes of your life. It's all about love. It's time to figure out just what you're made of. Go with the flow, don't you question why. See, day in, day out, things just change, but that's what life is all about. So take it in stride, 'cause I know you, yeah, I know you're gonna fly. Everything you need, it's inside you. Just trust your heart, let it guide you. It's just life, it's all about love. It's time to figure out just what you're made of. Go with the flow, don't you question why. See, day in, day out, things just change, but that's what life's all about. So take it in stride, 'cause I know you, yeah, I know you're gonna fly. Yeah. I know you're gonna fly.
Let's have another hand for Reverend Carol as well. And I guess I'm called in this moment to say that I'm a poet trapped in a capitalist body, and a poem came to me, so I will tell you this. Today, this wisdom came through. Reverend Carroll told me, "The love I choose, I cannot lose." Sylvia's moving story and her rainbow shoes. Choice-filled intention, celebrating pride, inclusion, and being true. The steps we take in love heals me and you. Melissa, Des, and Jim sang too. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I am taking a step today. Are you? And I see the ushers. I don't even have to invite you. Look, you magically appear. We have Diane, Maria, Florette, and Carrie today. Thank you, ushers. And now if you could read with me our affirmation. We rise together as love for ourselves and our community. We rise as acts of service, generosity, and the expression of our unique talents. As a committed whole, we give this gift today. So as we just heard, we can take steps every day. Investing, how we choose to invest in community, is one of those ways that we take steps. And there are many ways that you could take this step. You could donate on our website at pacificcsl.org. You could text a dollar amount to the number that's on your screen. You could give through Venmo. You could write us a check. We take cash. There's still cash, but we appreciate everything that comes in, and we are grateful for your generosity. Thank you. All right. Do we have some children today? We have children today? We do. Okay. All right. We're waiting for some children. Here they come.
Know how to just stop like that all together. You're so in sync. A little bit. Oh, wow. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, my goodness. Just good to be here. So good to be here. Today, we have a hand raise. Are you raising your hand? Do you need to say something? Okay, this is completely unscripted.
We're making bags for our mom for Mother's Day.
My job is done. That's what I was going to tell you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Mia. That's exactly what we did. We did it last week, and a lot of our friends weren't here because they were off celebrating. And so we did it again this week. And so what I'd like to do is have all of you stand up. Leave the little goldfishies there. Okay, yeah, let's eat them off yummy, right off the ground. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Okay, so everybody, let's hold up our gorgeous bags and say, you know what? Can we, at the count of 3, can we say, I love you, Mom? 1, 2, 3. I love you, Mom. great big thank you to Mr. Ian, and a big thank you to Michaela and Hope. They came in and they beat Mr. Ian and I here and had the whole room set up for us when we got here. Pretty incredible to have helpers like that. Thank you so much, and we had an absolutely magical day. So thank you, and I wish you a magical week.
Thank you, Wenda. Appreciate you. Thank you, Ian. Okay, will the practitioners please stand? These amazing folks that you see around the room are available for a 3 to 5 minute prayer after service. You can go over to the Prayer Happens Here sign and they will meet you there. These people have been well trained and are steeped in one of our core practices, which is prayer. And you're going to learn more about that on the 4th Sunday in June. But wait, there's more. These practitioners do more. If there's a prayer card in the back, if you'd like to write a prayer down and have it be held by these amazing people in prayer this week, you can do that. They'll even send you a copy if you so choose. But wait, there's more. They're also available for a one-on-one session. And again, you can see them after service at the Prayer Happens Here sign. Thank you very much, practitioners. We appreciate you. Okay, may I have Janice come forward to carry out the light. As we open the circle, this light represents the intention of today's service. Please take this light out for the world to see. Another great step. Thank you, Janice. All right. And now may I have the fabulous Reverend Veronica.
Hello, hello. Yes, thank you, Reverend Carol. Thank you so much for your amazing, amazing talk. Wow, straight to the heart. Thank you. I also wanted to announce, I wanted to thank Lily. Is Lily here? Yay, Lily's here. Lily has given me the opportunity to speak at Long Beach City College, and I'm really excited about this, and I think everyone can come. I sure hope so, because I'm announcing that everyone can come. So it's on this Friday, the 24th, from 11:30 to 12. I think you have to pay for parking, a couple of bucks, or to come. But if you're interested, the topic is loving yourself and life, the Blue Zone way. I'll leave the flyer up front here if you want to take a picture of it. I'd love to have you. And this is the way we take our hearts and our teachings out into the world. And so I'm really excited about it. So you are welcome to join us. And also, it's time for our benediction. Would you like to join me, Chris, in doing our benediction? You ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. All right. Let's close our service with our benediction. So please stand if you are able. And I want to welcome you to embody this benediction in and through your body. Feel it as it will outpicture as life itself. Okay. Are you ready, music team? Yes. All right, let's do this. So there's something out there that we call life. Tell me, what's happening? Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Yes, yes, yes. And what is this thing called? This thing called life. Yes. And where is this thing called life? Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am. And life is all that we are. Yes. Yes. Woo. That's a lot of life. That is a lot of life. Yes. So what do we do with this thing called life? I accept it. I am it. I share it with all. And how do we do? Okay. All right, here's the tricky part, right? Reverend Carol talked about this thing called life. Sometimes it gets a little crunchy, does it not? Sometimes it does. Okay, let us say, how are we going to share this thing called life? just the way it appears, and just the way it appears not. Yes. Yes. And you know, we can life and love are synonymous. Yes, God, life, love are synonymous. So let us, because of Reverend Carol's talk, we're going to switch it out a little bit. We're going to say thank you, love. How does that sound? Yes? Okay, we're going to thank you, love, for showing up as life. Okay, let us do this together. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you, love. Woo! Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you.
I am alive with the spirit of love. 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 I am alive, y'all, alive with the spirit of love. I am 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 alive, y'all, alive with the spirit of love. One more time. I am alive with the spirit of love. 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 I am alive.